Politics is a very interesting game. Yesterday, the Deputy President William Samoei Ruto was supposed to preside over 2 events in Nyamira County. Those events were stopped by the police. William Ruto is not your ordinary politician. He is the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, which means he is the second in command after President Uhuru Kenyatta. But his event was stopped from proceeding. And I remember so well opining on this platform. You can check that video. That I strongly believed that the move to stop that meeting had nothing to do with the ban on political activities and rallies and gathering by the National Security Advisory Committee. It had nothing to do with the NSAC recommendations. I strongly believed that the move to stop those meetings had everything to do with President Uhuru Kenyatta's visit to Kisii on 20th. The president is supposed to lead the nation in celebrating Mashujaa Day. That event will be in Kisii County. Nyamira County and Kisii counties are just one, if you like. So in my view, the deputy president moved to go to Kisii, which was postponed. He has postponed it to next week, and I can assure you that meeting in Kisii next week on Thursday and Friday will also not take place. And yesterday, and this is why it's getting very interesting, when the deputy president was planning to go to Kisii, President Uhuru Kenyatta had planned 2 events. He had a cabinet meeting planned on Thursday, because we all know that the cabinet always meets on Thursday, of which the deputy president was in attendance and had the purpose to attend, then fly straight to Nyamira. So the president had planned to attend the cabinet meeting, and then after that cabinet meeting, President Uhuru Kenyatta was also expected to meet with the leadership from Kisii and Nyamira counties. So the question I'm asking, was the deputy president trying to deliberately undermine and sabotage the president? Because of course we all know that as the second in command, if the president was meeting with the Kisii leadership and Nyamira leadership, ideally he should have been present. But we also know that because of their differences, even accessing status to the deputy president has become a bit challenging. But the question I'm asking, why was the deputy president William Ruto missing from that particular meeting where the president met with the Kisii leadership? Why was he missing? Was the Nyamira meeting a parallel meeting to the one the president was holding? You can't tell me that the deputy president didn't know that President Uhuru Kenyatta had actually convened another meeting with the leadership from Nyamira and Kisii County. Was it a parallel meeting? Because the deputy president was going for a harambe, and he was going to be accompanied by several MPs from that region. The president was actually expected to meet this leadership, including those members of parliament. And in case the deputy president was not invited in that meeting or was excluded, what was the motive of his exclusion? In my view, I strongly believe that politics is always a game, and it's only the best players who win. The game between President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy in Kisii County is actually unfolding. And that's why the president convened the meeting with the leadership. In my view, that meeting is intended to achieve several political objectives. Number one is the development agenda of the region. When the deputy president went to Murang'a, he highlighted the success and what the government of Kenya, his government and that of Uhuru Kenyatta, has done for them. The last time he was in Kisii, the deputy president William Ruto never mentioned any development the government of Uhuru Kenyatta and his government are actually doing in Kisii. So probably President Uhuru Kenyatta and the leadership from Kisii and Nyamira, they went there to discuss the development agenda for the region moving forward between now and 2022. Because Uhuru Kenyatta is intending to leave a legacy. he must leave something to the people of Kisii and Nyamira. And I'm sure when these guys met with him, probably they told him what the people actually want, not what they want. Because there's also a tendency with our leadership. Normally for them, their interest is normally what matters most. So if a project is not going to benefit them directly, probably they might not even talk about it. But if it benefits the other, if it benefits them, then they'll push for it. So it's my considered opinion that the leadership from Kisii and Nyamira told the president the real needs of the people from that region. But I think the idea of Uhuru and the leadership from that region, led by Fred Matiang'i, was in that meeting. Governor Ngwai, Nyangaram, and several members of parliament. In my view, they want to exclude the Deputy President, William Ruto, from all development agendas of the region, so that the Deputy President will not go to the region in future and start pointing out the success of Jubilee government, because he's trying to dissociate himself from Jubilee government. Uhuru Kenyatta is trying to make sure that at the end of the day, at least he will be remembered for something. His deputy is trying so hard to dissociate from the government. So I think they were looking at the development agenda of the day. Number 2 is Mashujaa Day celebrations. It's going to be the first time a major event like that will be happening in Kisii. It's going to be the first time. So I'm sure, because of the activities which the deputy president has been holding in the region, the last rally, the one he was intending to host yesterday and today, and the ones he is still intending to host next week, the 2 events, next week on Thursday and Friday, in my view, are meant to undermine the event. So I think these guys went and discussed how they can outmaneuver or outsmart the deputy president in his own game. Because let's face it, from the last 3 days, a lot of military choppers have been flying around. In fact, today, 3 are actually stationed in Kisumu. And I've heard, I was in some walking in town and the gathering there, and it's like people are saying, okay, sasa washaletea Raila saizi anatembea tu na military jets. Which is not the case. The truth of the matter is that those choppers, those jets, are actually just parked at the airport. It has nothing to do with Raila Odinga. It has nothing to do with the event at Bondo. It has everything to do with the event in Kisii. One thing which you must expect is that William Ruto is going to mobilize heavily for the purposes of that Mashujaa Day. Probably, I'm not sure whether he can organize for Uhuru Kenyatta to be heckled, but I'm sure those are some of the possibilities which these guys discussed with the leadership of Kisii yesterday. The Mashujaa Day. How is it going to succeed? How are we going to mobilize people to attend? Because of course, because of COVID, Kenyans are also very tired. Kenyans are very tired. Attending rallies might even not be an option for them. So these guys might have been told to try and organize people and mobilize people to attend the meeting. Number 3, and I want to go on record, probably these guys also discussed how to counter the deputy president William Ruto in Kisii. His activities were stopped yesterday. Today, Raila Odinga is in Kisii, of course, for a burial, and he's also meeting with some church leaders very peacefully. The deputy president event was stopped. The deputy president is a populist politician. All populist politicians the world over always try to prove that they have the support. So these guys must think on how they are going to deal with it. Because the other thing is the hustler narrative, just like I stated in one of my videos, is a slogan which President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga must deal with as a matter of urgency, because it's spreading across the country like a bushfire. So probably these guys sat down and figured out, President Uhuru Kenyatta, being the president of the Republic of Kenya, receives intelligence reports every single day. Right now, the event in Kisii is supposed to happen on 20th. So I'm sure the intelligence is all over Kisii. They are gathering intelligence information, whatever is happening, And the president is fed all those. So I'm sure when the president met with these people, he probably told them that, look here, this guy is doing this, is gaining this. Okay, this is the strategy is using. Okay, for us to counter this, we need to do this. You need to do this. We don't want to be ashamed on that day. So in my view, I think ultimately a strategy on how to stop the deputy president was discussed. And lastly, the issues affecting the people of the Kisii. Good leadership would raise some of these issues during such meetings. So I'm sure 1 or 2 or 3 individuals articulated the real issues which are affecting the people of the Kisii, the entire Kisii. When I talk of Kisii, that's Nyamira and Kisii counties, articulated these issues and told the president point blank that, look here, these are the issues which our people are concerned with. Which one can you address now? Which one can you address tomorrow? And which one can you address in future? And the president gave his word. So in my view, the event of yesterday, where the president held a meeting with the leadership from Kisii, on a day his deputy was also planning to host, to preside over another event in the region, in my view, just proves to us that these two gentlemen are now out to fight each other. Let us wait and see how things are going to unfold. It is my hope that this video will find you in good health and you've actually enjoyed it. And if you're watching it for the first time, please take a second or two and click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. I want to make it very clear that on this channel, what we do, we analyze politics. We are not in competition with anybody. Our success is actually because of you guys. You've always shared these videos, you leave your comments, and you give the videos thumbs up. That is the strength of this channel. If you stopped doing all those, this channel would be nothing. In fact, I won't even get the energy to do some of these videos. I want to challenge anybody to just go back to almost just even a year ago and check the content and the qualities of the videos you are doing that time and now. We've improved a lot, and not because of anything. Because you all know that there are people on this platform who are always encouraging me, always letting me know where I'm wrong. I mean, you've always pushed me to improve. We are not going to be distracted. We are going to focus. Thank you guys, and please, may you have a good day. Bye-bye. My next video is actually the visit by the Kikuyu Council of Elders to Bondo. I hope you'll also watch that. And later on, anyway, wacha ninyamaze hapo.